Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm doing another deck profile. Sorry for the noise, my mom's vacuuming, but let's get started. Now, this deck has been really popular. It's won the World Championships in 2015 and got second place in 2016. So, today we're looking at Seismictaod bats. Now, I only have 2 Seismictaods. Sorry about that. I had a third, but I traded it to another one of my friends, but let's get going. So, Quaking Punch does 30 damage and makes your opponent not be able to play any item cards. Now, this is one of those variants that wants to do a lot of damage and then item lock you. So we've also got 2 copies of Lugia. For its first attack, Arrow Ball does 20 damage times the number of energies attached to both active Pokemon. I built this deck for my sister because she always loved Toad, the idea of Toad, so it's pretty cool. Now, most decks run 3 to 4 Toad, so to make up for only 2 Seismictaod, I put in 2 Revives, and you'll see that later. So, we've also got 2 copies of Crobat, which lets you put 30 damage on any of your opponent's Pokemon that you like. That's really useful with adding on damage and like sniping off things like Joltik or other stuff. We've got 3 copies of Golbat, which does 20 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon when you evolve it. And 4 copies. There's Sean and Ramon. I'm watching a YouTube video, but I took a break to record this. So, next up, we've got 1 copy of Oranguru, which does 60 plus 20 for each energy to attach to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's really good. And sometimes the ability comes in handy, which lets you draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. If that doesn't work as a Pokemon draw support, we've also got 2 copies of Shaman. Alright? So, now this is expanded, so we're allowed 1 Ace Spec. So, we've got 1 copy of Computer Search. Discard 2 cards from your hand and search your deck for anything you like. That's really cool. And 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt, which makes you have 40 plus HP and your attacks do 10 more damage. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, which is like Computer Search, but instead of looking for anything, you can only do Pokemon. Oops. I think I messed this up. Alright. Got 2 copies of Revive, which lets you put a basic Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. 1 copy of Super Rod, shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. And 3 Super Scoop Up because that like helps redo the damage from Crobat or use Shaman's abilities again. And sometimes it's really helpful when you just want to scoop up a, let's say, Seismictaod or Lugia EX and just then heal all damage from it. It's a really annoying technique that my sister loves to use. We've got 1 copy of Level Ball to get the Golbats and Zubats, and 4 copies of VS Seeker. Put a supporter from your discard pile into your hand. 1 Captivating Cookie Puff, just to look at your opponent's hand, see what they're planning. I always recommend running at least 1 or 2 in this deck. 2 copies of Lysander. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Now, I originally had 4 copies of Professor Sycamore and 1 Lugia EX, but I decided to change it to 3 and 2. We've also got 3 copies of N and 1 Pokemon Fan Club. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them into your hand. 1 Ninja Boy to switch from your Seismictaod to your Lugia, or maybe vice versa, or maybe just Seismictaod or Lugia to Oranguru to help knock out a Vespiquen, which normally this deck wouldn't be that good against. Also, to help with the Vespiquen, we've also got 1 copy of Karen. Each player shuffles all their cards from the discard pile into their deck. 1 copy of Delinquent. I know this is kind of a rogue deck, and the deck that won Worlds had 1 copy of it, which helped them. I took 2nd place, had 1 copy of it, which helped them take down Mega Break. 1 Olympia, just for switching power, and 1 Lily. Nebby, get in the bag. Now, I'll explain it later. Now, just for extra disruption, we've got 2 copies of Silent Lab, 2 copies of Rough Seas, and 2 copies of Faded Town, just for Mega Evolution Pokemon. Now, the energy lineup is very standard. 4 copies of Double Colorless Energy and 3 copies of Water Energy. And that's it for that part of the video. Sean, can you get me the deck over there? Actually, never mind. Have a great day, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to have daily or maybe 2 days